Welcome to another episode of Inside with Outsiders. I'm Jeremy Asgari, and today we have a very special guest. He is a very big guy. He's 6'7", 315 pounds, but he's a teddy bear, close friend of mine, and I've known him for a very long time. We met in college. Marcisco Morrison from 4 Fitness Gym.
Thanks for having me, sir.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're here. First off, I need an excuse to crack this beer, so I want to congratulate you on the success of your gym, man. Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
I want you guys to hear this beautiful crack too.
I cracked mine.
Here, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Don't be stealing my crack lines now, but cracking the beer open over there.
Listen, beer, that's not God speaking again, in case you don't know. That's Bams, who is the producer of this show, and he also has this little bit called Having a Beer with Bams, so he's always like doing non-beer beer reviews, and I just stole his line, so cheers to Bams too. So, Cisco, we met in 2001.
Yeah.
I played basketball at Hunter College.
Yeah, and I
You
played
played
at New Jersey City University.
NJCU, and we met through a mutual team, a teammate of yours in college who was a teammate of mine in high school.
In high school, yeah.
Jose,
Jose Martinez.
yeah, also known as Bodie.
Bodie.
That seems like another lifetime ago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's another story.
No, well, not just him.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like that was 20 plus years ago.
Shit.
But let's start. I want to know more about you, more about your roots. Where are you from originally?
Oh man, Jamaican born.
Yeah.
Grew up in like St. Catherine, Jamaica. Went to high school in Jamaica. Came here at age 19.
Well, don't start rushing yet. Let's talk about Jamaica a little bit.
Yeah, talk to me.
So where in Jamaica were you raised?
St. Catherine, which is the largest parish in Jamaica.
And where in Jamaica is it? And to use a line from Trading Places, is it by the beach?
Definitely not by the beach. No, it's central Jamaica.
Yeah.
As I said before, it's the largest parish in Jamaica. You got Kingstown on one side, you have Ocho Rios on one side, and Clarendon on the other side. It's just it's a pretty cool countryside parish.
Oh, so it's very rural?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes.
There are farms and so on there?
Yeah, lots of farms.
So you're kind of a Jamaican country boy in a sense.
I'm a country boy.
Really?
That's why I love the city lifestyle.
So what was it like growing up in rural Jamaica? Like, I mean, you live in the city now, so I want to hear about what it was like growing up there. What did you experience?
For me, it was cool. I mean, I had a dope mom who had a really good career in Jamaica. She was the post mistress for her. Like she run the post office.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and
Okay.
she was very popular in the
I
neighborhood.
was gonna make a joke, but he's 6'7", so I know
Yeah.
what smacked.
No, my mom was this high yellow, 6 feet tall woman.
Really?
She was married to a
And when you say yellow, what are you referring to?
brown skin. Brown
Okay, light
skin.
skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so our audience know.
Yeah, in Jamaica they call her red bones.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes, yes.
Red bone. And apparently I take it from my dad. So in Jamaica she was very known in the community because of how active she was with like politicians and just getting things done in the neighborhood. And then, like I said, she worked at the post office, so everybody knew her.
Okay.
I couldn't do shit without getting in trouble.
Really?
You know what I mean? And I did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So
But how old were you when you left again?
19, just
you
turned
were-
19.
So what were you getting into? You said you were doing a lot of shit. What were you doing?
Fighting,
Really?
cutting class, cutting school.
That's funny because from what I know of you, you're very straight laced. You pretty much are as square as it gets in a
Yeah.
positive way. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
mean
totally,
that
yeah.
in a negative way, but I don't see you as being a fighter. One, because I don't see anyone wanting to fight you, but
Yeah.
two, your demeanor doesn't come across that way. So, but you were that way when you were younger.
As a kid, yeah, I was a troublemaker.
Really?
Yeah, I was a troublemaker.
That's so funny.
And you know when I stopped when a small guy punched me in the eye because I picked on him.
But was it the first time anyone actually retaliated? Is that why?
Yeah.
So everyone, okay, I see.
Yeah.
So-
and I think that would change it. And because of that, I got in a fight with a kid over a girl my buddy was dating, and it ended up where he stabbed me in the abdomen.
Where you actually got stabbed?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got stabbed?
16.
Is that I mean, I hear stories about how wild places in Jamaica could be, especially in the country. Was that like routine?
No, not necessarily. Because I was a popular kid there as well. But what happened? He did something with the knife, something like garlic the knife, and that's supposed to, if you get cut with it, you would know that you gotten cut. Yeah, like
Was it
I
called-
don't know if it's a myth. Garlic. So we'll put garlic on the knife.
Yeah.
You know, and then he stabbed me right below. I got an inch away from the belly button, below the belly button.
Wow.
And on my hand. So I ran him down. Didn't know I got stabbed until I fainted.
Really? You bled out and fainted?
Yeah.
And what was this in school?
No, this is like 9 o'clock in my neighborhood, Bog Walk.
Really?
Main Street, yeah, it's called.
So you passed out.
Yeah.
Where'd you wake up? Like what
In
happened?
the hospital.
Huh?
I wake up in the hospital.
So how'd you end up there?
I guess friends and my uncle who had a garage in the area took me.
And okay.
Yeah, I know. That's how wild it was. You
Now
know?
what happened there when what happened there? Like what from there you were 16. Is
Yeah.
that when your mom sent you out? I'm envisioning like
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I'm envisioning like Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You got in a fight, she sent you away.
Yeah, basically what happened.
Really?
Shortly after that, I became 17. She came down, you know, and so forgive me, my Jamaican accent is kind of horrible, but she'll be like, "Mark, you keep fighting," and she goes off and how. And
I
then
want to hear that accent. Go ahead. Keep
And then
going.
she sent me to the country, another country, like another parish called St. Mary, where she grew up.
Okay.
My grandfather had a house up there. He passed away. He had a motorcycle, big land, like over 158 acres of land,
Oh wow.
like fruits and all this stuff. So she sent me up there and said I have to stay up there for a year. I ended up staying there for like 2 years or something like
So
that.
wait, so you get stabbed, right?
Yeah.
She sends you away for like. Did you have to do like hard labor there on your farm?
No, no,
Okay.
it's my property.
Okay, but she's your property. But she sends you away after you already got stabbed. So you would assume you probably learned your lesson already because you got stabbed.
Yeah.
But no, she's got to like make sure you learned your lesson.
Yeah, she
Well,
said-
I mean, listen.
So bottom line, they needed someone to watch the property and manage what was going on.
Yeah.
I just got out of high school. You know, that's where they sent me. You're going to do this for a year before. If not, you're not going to America.
Also, you knew you were going to go there in America.
Oh yeah.
What were you? Why was it planned already that you were going to America?
Because she was living here at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
backstory,
she,
yeah.
she's like you're saying with family. Who were you living with?
At the time, I was with her ex-husband at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and,
I guess your stepfather at the
my
time?
stepfather, yeah. And you know, dude didn't bother me much. He let me, live my life.
So you were kind of running these streets because he left you alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the rude boys from the neighborhood I kicked it with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show me love,
Yeah.
But they were afraid of my mom, my mom's husband at the time, because he was a army guy.
Mm-hmm.
And in Jamaica, when you're in the army, people don't mess with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So long story short, she moved me to St. Mary, which is another parish where she grew up. And I had a good time there. But shortly after that, I turned 19 at some point, and then I moved there December 94. Yeah, 94 December 21st.
Now, where was your dad during this? Your biological father?
I'm gonna say this: dude is a pastor. He has maybe like 12 kids. I have no idea where he was.
Have you met him?
No, I met him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know him. I grew up with him till I was like 3 or 4, and then he moved to Nassau, Bahamas.
Okay.
But now he's like a pastor somewhere in the Bronx. And,
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw him?
My aunt passed away maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. But I see him. I said, Mr. Morrison. That's it. That's to me. He's just a sperm donor. But he's preaching. He's preaching at some church. You know, and telling
Really?
people how to live by God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess he'd say, do as I say, not as I do. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you turned out the way you did.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Ben's giving me direction. What you want me to turn this way? What do you want me to do?
Yeah. You guys started to swerve out of place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We
all right.
don't want to mess it up. Thank you. So you moved to America. Is there anything about your time in Jamaica that we're missing that I should we should tell the audience here?
No, Jamaica was a great time.
Yeah.
But I tell the audience, I don't remember a goddamn thing in Jamaica.
Really? Why
Yeah,
is
I
that?
don't know. I don't remember a whole lot of things.
Was there like traumatic experiences that made you feel that
No,
way?
bro, I lived a good life, man. My first trip to America was '89
Okay.
on a what we call Disney trip.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
yeah. Not too many kids get to live that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
My summer vacation was in Ocho Rios on a boat with my uncle and
bad.
making money a glass bottom boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I lived a pretty good life.
So what was your mom doing? Was she working at a post office in the U.S.?
No, when she moved here, she was cleaning people's butt, man. What do you call it? Nurse's aid.
Man, nurses, they do God's
Yeah,
work.
and you know what I'm
Say
saying?
cleaning butts, but
Bro.
they do God's work.
And she put herself through college.
Yeah.
And
she went to college here.
Yeah. And
After having you. Of course.
yeah. When she moved here,
Yeah.
she put herself through college, and then got her a bachelor she became a nurse.
Yeah.
Then she came down and got myself, and I have 4 sisters with her.
Okay.
So it's 5 of us total she came and got, and we all moved there.
So how'd you feel when you moved to New Jersey, correct?
Yes, moved straight to New Jersey. Lived in Newark for like 6 months. Then we moved to Howell Township. Yeah, I'm saying it again. Howell Township.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
I
Central
think,
Jersey.
Were we there this summer around that area?
Yeah, we're in that area.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's very much like that
suburban.
could be like the Midwest. You know, like that could be like that.
Back then. Yeah. Now it's changed a little bit, but
Right.
yeah.
So that must have been a huge culture shock going from
Big time.
Jamaica to
Big time.
to like Central Jersey.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel about it? What did you experience?
Well,
Like what
you
was
see,
it like for you?
I didn't know. Now, when I look back at it, I'm like, what the fuck was she thinking?
Yeah.
You know, the average Caribbean person that comes here, moved to Brooklyn, Flatbush, or Bronx, Gun Hill, or like Queens.
True, but maybe she was thinking if you go there, assimilation, you're gonna just go to the culture you know, which makes it easier in a sense. But at the same time, you don't adopt the local customs.
Yeah. That's like the negative thing that comes out of a certain neighborhood.
Right.
But she wanted something different for us.
Right.
So today, I mean, she passed away, God rest her soul. But I respect that now. I wouldn't change that for nothing.
So
you know?
I'm sorry to hear she passed. I didn't know.
Man.
When you came here, when you obviously you finished high school in Jamaica, so you came here and went to college, right?
Yeah.
So what was
Not
that-
right away though. Like a few years later. Yeah.
What did you do in the meantime while you were in New Jersey?
Make some money, man. I
were you
did
doing?
everything. I did nurse's aid as well.
Okay.
In Manasquan,
I
New
couldn't
Jersey.
picture you cleaning butts as like
Yeah,
like you said.
I did, man.
You did.
I did, man. And funny thing, the old man got at some point. He had MS, and one day he was having I guess he was having a time, and he called me some name, and I was becoming Americanized, and I wasn't really having it. You know.
Why do you say Americanized?
I guess I just in Jamaica, if someone call you a nigger, that's not an issue. What is that? Like, you know what I mean?
Why is it like that in Jamaica?
Because Jamaica is run by black folks.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nobody there to dehumanize you in any form of way or try to like put you down. I mean, if you get put down, then you're putting yourself down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So learning what the word is and the connotation behind it and so forth, and when it's used and how it's used, I reacted to him calling me that at that time. I picked his ass up in the wheelchair and threatened to throw him in the water, and I put him back down, and then I quit.
What was the experience like? Black man experiencing racism for the first time. A Jamaican man.
Oh man, to be honest, it wasn't as traumatic then, right? Because I was just learning about it. I'm like, okay, how dare you? I'm helping you. You know?
Yeah, I mean, coming from a culture where the people who run the country are the same complexion as you.
Yeah, you know.
Coming to a place here where you're the minority in a sense, and now you're experiencing this racism.
Yeah.
Your mind must have been blown.
Again, I don't think it had that traumatic like effect on me.
Yeah.
But for that moment, I was like, "How dare you?" So I reacted. Today,
Do you regret that reaction?
no,
Because you're allowed to be angry.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't regret it at all. I think it was a learning experience. I've experienced way more than that since I've been here. So it's like that was just like. That's it, like a drop in the box, like something. I mean,
Have you experienced worse?
oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, big time.
Want to talk on that?
Oh yeah. So we jump in the ship
What's that?
We're going to jump the ship a little bit. We're going to come back to it. So I got married to a Maryland chick who's happened to be Caucasian.
A what?
From a young lady from Maryland.
Okay. When was this?
I married her in 2015, but we got together prior.
Yeah, I know her, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And we had a son. Just because of my New York lifestyle, you run around and you have a lot of friends. You end up getting one pregnant.
Just to cut back a little bit, not only do Marcisco and I know each other from college basketball and the basketball scene, but we both also worked in the nightlife business.
Yeah.
So I was a promoter. Marcisco here was in security, but you also do some parties too.
Yeah, I did parties. But I did majority. I'm known more for security.
Yeah.
Any of the quote unquote top clubs you could think of, Club Envy, Mansion.
Places that everyone knows.
But you name it, I've worked there. But usually I work there because I know either the promoter like yourself or owner, and they say, you know what, I want you at my club, and I go there.
All right, well, let's go back to the story about this experience you had with your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't your ex at the time.
Yeah, she was my ex. But we have a beautiful son. He's now 8.
Teddy.
Yeah, gonna be 9.
I love that kid.
Yeah, great kid, man. Great
that
energy.
Kid, he's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, he's me definitely in so many ways. And mom, Columbia grad, doing her whole thing. Like, she's a tall girl, but
your ex was a Columbia grad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Syracuse undergrad, Columbia grad.
Nice. So what was this experience of racism you felt?
Right off the back when she started dating me, her dad was like, yo, you gonna date a nigga, I'm gonna cut you off.
He said verbatim, he said this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's a little naive at the time, so she said she didn't know.
Didn't know what?
Didn't know that he was racist prior. Because he gave her some book about like the heritage of black folks to read when she was younger and so forth and so on. But anyway, long story short.
Oh, so he gives her a book so he's not racist.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So, moving forward, she decided to go against him. But her dad and her mom didn't really get along. You know what I mean? So she decided to go against him because the mom was okay with it.
Right.
And
okay with it. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that, I know this exists. I'm not blind to it. But the fact that someone's not okay with you because of the level of melanin in your skin. It's insane that we still think this way.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that happens, and she decided to go against her dad and have a child for me.
Yeah.
That cut her off.
Wow.
My son is 8, only 9, never met him.
But met her mom.
We met her mom.
But never met the grandfather. Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The biological father. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get the privrege of meeting Teddy. Teddy's too cool to me to do like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So with that, and her stepfather now in the picture, he's another Christian.
Another Christian?
Yeah, and he said to me the first conversation we had that I would never get a seat at his table because I knocked his daughter up, his stepdaughter up. Yeah, that was what he said. So
there's a pattern here. So
So that was the father was the one who cut her off because I'm black.
Yeah.
The stepfather now says I wouldn't get a seat at the table because I knocked his
They say it to your face?
No, over telephone.
Okay, they wouldn't say it to your face.
So, no, they wouldn't. So when he said that, I'm like, yo, how dare you speak to me like that? Click.
Yeah.
I hung up on his ass.
They got some balls.
Yeah, definitely.
You know why? But you know what? It's like, what was it, Tyson that said, everyone's gotten really tough over social media. They can't say it in front of someone's face. Because I guarantee no one would say it in your face.
It would never say it. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say
when he saw me, he
you.
softened it up. He didn't mean it like that. I'm like,
oh, he said that?
Yeah. I'm going to say, whatever, Yeah. And my ex-wife was such a naive person. She likes to sit in the corner. Yeah. When people are bickering.
Right, she doesn't like conflict.
She doesn't like conflict, and she just sits there until hoping
that
it goes
hurtful.
away.
The person that's supposed to have your back the most, your loved one, your partner, just sits there and lets you be degraded when it's coming from her family.
Yeah, big time. And
I understand how you get upset.
And quick time. At times she says she didn't. So just to move forward, because of that dynamic of the relationship, it was never good. It was never good, It was bound to fail.
I can see how that's probably the most impactful racism you felt.
Oh, big time. big time.
I'm sorry you experienced that. I'm glad you don't have to experience that anymore. I mean, you kind of do in a sense. You're tied to her for life.
Yeah,
right?
I'm tied to her for life. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I still do.
I feel most for you and Teddy.
Man,
Teddy.
I feel. I'm
How old is Teddy now?
He's 8, gonna be 9 in
years
September.
old?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel for him, man. He can't have
Yeah.
a relationship with his grandparents because of it.
He's also stuck in the middle right now, where grandparents doesn't speak to me, her friends doesn't speak to me because they feel like I did her wrong, which I did her wrong, bro. I'm gonna be, as a man, I'm gonna be straightforward. I did some cowardly things, and I'm referring to cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught 3 times.
Yeah, man.
At the time, it was cool. For me, it was cool, right? But after shit hit the fan, and I'm like, yo.
Do you feel like that was something caused by your? I mean, honestly, from the racism you felt, was there like angst or?
Well,
or
no, I
hatred
see.
towards them?
I'm gonna be
Or
a
was
man
this-
about
or
it.
was this mistakes you made because of the urges you couldn't control?
I did it because of my urges.
Yeah.
1, but 2, I think it had a lot to do with that. I didn't expect it to last.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to last, just because of the dynamic. Her not understanding how to stand up for, for me personally.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
I mean, it definitely sounded like something that was destined to fail because of.
Yeah.
I mean, you acting on your urges, her not standing up for having the back of her, the
No
person you're supposed to
backbone, yeah.
love the
No
most in
backbone.
the world. So yeah, I mean, obviously
Yeah.
it wasn't a match. Obviously, you find yourself here no longer with her for a reason.
yeah, for a reason. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So, I want you're a business owner.
Yes.
I want to know
yes.
how you got from working nightclubs to the fitness industry and now being a successful business owner for that.
Well, as you mentioned, I played basketball,
Yeah.
and when I was trying to play basketball overseas or wherever, I went to France. That didn't work out. Came back, played with the New York Nationals, who travel with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, you play for the Generals or Nationals?
It's a national. They
It's
call
a
it a national.
national?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was the guy.
So you guys had to get dunked on, who had to lose a bunch of
No,
games.
but I got a quick joke about that one. So me going out there was one for the exposure. I thought,
Right.
and so I
Exposure for what? For basketball? For entertainment?
basketball.
World? 'Cause I know you
Basketball.
wanna get it. Okay.
Yeah, basketball. But the Globetrotters owner, guy's name was Manny something. He liked the way I spoke, how I conducted myself, and the way I'm a big guy in good shape.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know.
So he would ask me to be a showman,
Yeah.
and I'm saying I don't want to be a showman. I want to play basketball.
Right.
So I think I insulted him. Anyway, someone said, "You don't say no to that guy," and I'm like, "No, I want to play basketball." So we end up in Chicago playing in the Bulls Center, and he was there. A lot of the sponsors, whatever. I embarrassed the Globetrotters.
Which is
literally. I went up for a rebound, maybe 8 rebounds in one. Now, usually when the average guy go for a rebound, they let it be and they get it. I got the ball like 8 times off 1 rebound, and they end up calling foul on me because I went up. Yeah. So after that, that's when they fired me.
They fired you?
Yeah,
for
they
that?
fired me.
You're too good. You'd be fired. Yeah.
They fired me because my role is to play
Right,
down
obviously, yeah,
for
of
them.
course.
You know?
Wait, you played for the Washington Generals?
It's called New York Nationals.
Oh, okay.
New York National, who travel with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same concept.
I think it's the same concept. But yeah.
Yeah.
But so that was fun, right? But in between all that, I was doing nightclub security and having fun. You know what I mean? At some point, I got into fitness because my homeboy Hector Espinal used to be the area manager, and he said, "Yo, you're in shape, bro. Do this."
Yeah.
So I saw a personal training. Every time I put on a personal training T-shirt, I'm picking up clients like nothing because I look the part. Who doesn't want to train?
Clients or ladies or both? What are you doing? This guy is a Casanova. I'm telling you.
No. I'm gonna keep it 100. Both. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's got the gift of gab, as you can tell.
No, I'm a tall.
say no.
I'm a tall dude, and I'm not in bad shape, and
Yeah,
it
But
works.
you also got a business sense, so I'm just teasing
totally.
you. But yeah.
Yeah, so I got into fitness. I've always done well, and even when I get an opportunity to go try out for a team, I leave, come back. I even try out for the Jamaican national team, made a team, but because of my my accent, I still have an accent, but I became very Americanized according to them. Long story short, the coach kicked me off the team because he says that I'm uncoachable. Yeah, because now I play ball in the state. Yeah. You know, I'm an American kid now.
Yeah.
Guy having me doing like track and field drills for basketball, and all the other kids the guys that were playing were younger, big time guys.
Wait, how old were you at the time?
I think I was like 27, 28.
Yeah, so you're definitely on the older side.
Yeah, so I was on the older side. These guys were like 21, 22, still in college. One just graduated college, and he have doing like track and field. I grew up doing track and field in Jamaica as a kid, so I know what the fuck it is. Yeah. This guy having me doing track and field, a warm up for basketball. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I'm not doing that, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. And he was like, you're too Americanized. I can't coach you. I can't coach you.
Politics with coaches.
I've
experienced
totally.
that.
And this guy was politically connected in Jamaica. One, my accent wasn't. My Jamaican accent is not that great. Yeah. So they fuck with me a lot for that. And eventually kicked me off the team. Yeah. Came back to the state. Got right back into personal training. Picked up some clients again. Started doing well.
So what was the next step?
So I went to work. I got a little story. I went to work for Bally Total Fitness, and I ended up in Harlem, New York, and worked on I think 106th and 3rd. I was the assistant manager up there. Then I got promoted to be the manager in Wayne, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And while I was out there, I quit because I'm saying they wasn't up to date for me.
What do you mean? Like they weren't?
Like, you learn a lot from Bally is how to hustle and go get your clients, which is what made me successful today, right? But not a lot about the business.
Understood.
I wanted to learn about the business.
So you wanted upward mobility.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I quit and went to work for New York Sport Club, who was very corporate oriented. Yeah. All their accounts were like in corporate offices and so forth on. And I learned the business side for them after working for 2 years. But they fired me too because I was partying too much. January, I'm not supposed to take vacation.
Yeah, of course.
But January, I'm in Miami partying up like a rock star. Yeah. You know, I got some kids that I run around with. I won't say their name, but back then I used to run around with some kids, and I still run around with them today. So I'm in Miami.
And when you say kids, you mean your boys?
My boys, yeah. So I came back one Tuesday morning, walk into my office. My office looked kind of shaky. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's in my office? The office is usually locked. So I opened the door up, went in, tried to get on my computer, can't get on. I look up, I saw my manager walk in. Could you come to the bullpen? Some officer called the bullpen. I walked inside there, and I walked inside the bullpen, and there was my general manager, HR. What the fuck? He said to me, we're gonna let you go. I'm like, what happened? Well, one, you took a vacation that you're not supposed to take, and last week, a member was walking out, and you said she needs to do more squats for her butt.
Did you say that?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I mean, especially these days, you can't say anything
you can't.
Like
yo, I'm telling you, bro. So
cancel culture.
Cancel culture, yo. That's exactly what.
But
it
I mean,
bro.
that's worthy of being canceled from your job.
I'm being honest, bro. That's what I said, bro. Some girl that was there, she was a sales rep. I recommend her. I was her manager for one weekend. I recommend her one weekend because she didn't bring in enough sales. Yeah. Like I sent her out to go do some leads. Anybody that works for Bally's or New York Sport Club understand this. A sales rep will go out. You send them out with a book and pen to go get leads. This chick came back with nothing. I'm like, what are they doing? So I ream her out. I write her out. By Monday morning, she reported me. And so I went off the following week for vacation, came back.
Well, I want to know the steps. First off, that's not entirely unjustifiable.
No. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. Yeah. So here I get into my home business. So I say, fuck personal training. I got a criminal justice degree. I want to use it.
Okay.
I don't want to be a cop because I want to make some money. I think cops didn't make any money back then, and I didn't want to deal with the job. But they also had freeze and all that stuff. Anyway, long story short, I decided to do private security. So I went to work for the Emsley Hotel in the city. Yeah. They hired me like a heartbeat. Yeah. Right. I worked there for 3 months. Then I met the guys from the Plaza Hotel. And they was like, yo, you should be working over here. This is where it is. So I'm like, all right, fuck, hey, peace.
Yeah.
And I quit, and I went to work for the Plaza. And now I'm dealing with all dignitaries, prime ministers, and fucking, what they call it, CIAs, all these motherfuckers in the suit, and they looking all sharp. I look like them, but I just don't have the shiny shit in my ears, right?
Yeah.
After a while, I'm saying, yo, this shit is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I met all the Saudi princes, and they cool as shit. I mean, they always say, you know, yo, you strong, you know what I mean, and so forth on. And at some point, I said, yo, this is not for me. So I went and worked back for Bally's in Midtown. I think I was 50th and 8th.
Yeah.
And I worked there, and between the two, I'm doing both jobs now. And while working there, I did really well and really fast, and they promoted me to be a manager to move
Yes, I remember this story
to
too.
Jersey City.
Yeah.
Once they put me in Jersey City, I killed it. I was
You
there.
increased the revenues by like 300% or
Bro,
more,
I'm telling
right?
you, I was there for 3 years.
Yeah.
When I walked in there were like $40,000 negative every month.
Wow.
When I left there 3 years later, the motherfuckers was fucking up $25,000 a month positive. The place was doing phenomenal. They were fucking making $100,000 a month. I was there. Short story. The CEO came to that spot, who never speak to I'm like a line worker compared to, although I'm a manager, line worker. They don't talk to me. He walked in, a big country white boy, said to me, pulled me in the office, yo, Marcisco, you're doing a great job here. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing a phenomenal job. If there's ever an area manager position open up, you're going to be in the running. I can't guarantee you.
Right.
So, you know, of course, he's supposed to say that.
Yeah.
So, bro, I don't remember shit, but I remember every fucking thing he said.
Yeah.
So I reiterate everything he said in the email back to him and tell him thank you. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart because what he did, and he doesn't know this until today, I don't think he will ever know, he solidified my doubts in my head. If my
he
program,
provided you validation.
my program that I implemented within the Bally's business was working.
Yeah.
So when he said that to me, he replied to my email and CC all the big top bosses on it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fired again. but I didn't. What they did, they moved me to a bigger club in Inglewood Cliff, where my boy, my Jamaican boy, who was Dane Chang, was working. He stepped down because they wasn't making it happen in there. So I ended up there. I implement my program within 5 months. I was there for 5 months. I hit 3 months out of the 5 months. I say, I'm quit.
And that's when you opened your own spot?
And then I went and opened my own spot with a fucking Nordica bag on my back.
What was the spot you opened up first?
There's a place.
And it's always been called For Fitness.
Yeah,
right?
it's always been For Fitness. In Jersey City on Montgomery Street, a place at 650 Montgomery. And that's where you and I did some promo for something that you were doing.
Oh yeah, I used to do the first bike ride I ever did with a sponsor prior to Outsiders was biking along. It wasn't a great ride. I learned a lot from it, but we had a sponsor called We Cup or W Cup.
I don't remember. But whatever.
Anyway, but we had to do some shots for them because we didn't get enough shots on the ride for what they wanted. So we had to do some stage shots, and that was the shots that we did with you.
You brought me along and said, and we did it, and then I used some of those same shots for my promotion.
Yeah.
So, we killed it there. We were there in that location for 5.5 years. I did really well. By myself for 1.5 years, and I brought in one of my homeboy, Jose Bustamante. And then we brought on Monica, and we were there for 5.5 years. I went through some other trainers, but those two stuck with me. And then last year, March, I moved into the big house.
And so I want to chime in here because for a number of reasons. One, I'm super proud of you. That place is amazing.
I appreciate it, brother.
I actually ran into you last year, I think in April. It was like mid-pandemic. I'm riding my bike and I hear somebody scream my name. I look over and it's you. I hadn't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
And so I come over right over there to see you, and you're like, "This is my gym. I just opened up this gym." And I look in. I was impressed.
Yeah.
But most of all, you told me, you need to come by, work out. I need a workout partner. We worked out. But I have to be honest, man, that being able to work out with you in that gym, I had COVID early in March, so I was able to get back in shape. It gave me something to do. see someone and be social. Like it definitely was one of the things that helped me stay sane.
Yes,
and
yes,
I'm
sir.
very
Yes, sir.
thankful for you.
Yeah, likewise,
for having
likewise,
had that
likewise.
during the pandemic, spring and summer. So thank you. It was amazing. On top of the fact that we got to support your business.
Yes, yes, yes.
And obviously there's a huge movement with Black Lives Matter, support Black-owned businesses. You've done a great job, Black or not. You've done like amazing job keeping a business open during a pandemic. A gym.
Yeah, a gym at that.
On top of that, not just keeping it open, but thriving, and that's just amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a tough business, but I think because I've always had the idea of having more of that new word everybody's using, micro gym. I never really find big box gyms to be exciting, and then because I love doing personal training, I think if I create a personal training setting utilizing my ideology, the 4MMG, that will get the attention of people. And if I have a setting of that nature, you're going to have certain caliber of people who wants to work out among those people. So I have the personal training and I have the open gym. It's rocking, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's rocking.
And the gym, like I said, I like the gradiness because it's like a garage, and that garage door that opens up.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is like we've hung out throughout the years, but like last summer we really hung out a lot.
A lot.
And that's when I introduced you to like the Outsiders. You started riding with us, and actually your gym sponsored our Rockaway Beach ride last year too.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we got you on a bike.
And we put me on a small ass bike that I had and rode out there. And a couple of your people is where one of your homegirl, Georgia, she filmed me riding the bike. You know me, when I'm in shape, I like to take my shirt off and show my two-pack, you know what I mean? So I'm out there riding.
We're going to be filming the OnlyFans stuff later on tonight. Don't get undressed yet, all right?
Yes, OnlyFans for Marcisco.
So I'm out there, I'm riding my bike, and I'm doing my thing, and I enjoy the rides. I hit up one of my homeboy, too, a Jamaican kid, and he brought one of his boys. They came out there. It was a great time. I had Theodore with me. Yeah. He was just chilling.
So you're Jamaican, Max Tapper.
Max Tapper, yeah. Max is also a personal trainer. He's a model. I'm a motherfucker. He's a true Jamaican. He does everything. You know what I mean?
The Jamaican hustling, right? Isn't there a stereotype that Jamaicans have like a million jobs?
Yeah.
I don't. That motherfucker is that's just a West Indian thing. Like any dude, the Guyanese, all those dudes, they have 3 or 4 jobs.
I think it's the West Indian thing. Because to be honest,
it's a great trait, a great stereotype to have. Because,
definitely,
yeah.
Because I tell you where that comes from. Half of these motherfuckers who leave their island to come here had really good job back home. Either teachers, fucking like my mom.
I have to be honest. That's a lot of immigrants in general.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
You see the cab drivers that drive in New York. A lot of them are like engineers and so on,
from back home,
or doctors. They can't take their education from there. It doesn't equate to what you had here. So you can't work in the industry that they have an education for.
Yeah, because it's not American credited. Side note, I'm like a honorable Nigerian. Because
why is that?
Because I guess I come to find out I'm 57% Nigerian, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the Jamaican, obviously West Africa, Senegalese.
Yeah.
I'm sure that might have come up in your genetic traits as well.
So I'm in New York. These Nigerian guys always, like the cab drivers, always think that I'm Nigerian, so they always pull up for me.
Oh, yeah?
My brother. And
I love that. I got some good friends of mine that are Nigerian.
So that always worked for me, where we get conversing, and they're telling me their life story, like, yo, this is what I used to do back home. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing driving a cab? And then they start telling me the story. Then I kind of like relate to my mom moving here and what she had to do and how she had to persevere to get to where she is. You know,
the immigrants deserve a lot more credit than they get.
I give them credit, man, because I'm saying if the shit I know my mom went through, there's no way I could have gone through, brother. And I'm a tough dude. Like, I mean, willpower, the whole 9 yards. It's just unbearable.
Think about my own parents. My mom did come to this country in high school. So she had to learn the language. My dad came here after, I was born in Paris. My dad came, he's from Iran. So like, had the revolution not happened in Iran, he would have had, the family business there, but he had to come back here with nothing. They came here with nothing. They came here with
over.
They literally were only allowed to they couldn't bring money with them. Only allowed to bring Persian rugs, like the rugs.
Yeah.
Well, personal items. So they brought rugs they could sell, and then Persian caviar, because those 2 items you could bring and say it's yours and sell it for a lot of money. And actually, some of it got stolen, so they didn't even get to sell it.
They didn't even get to sell it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's a struggle.
So let's get some more questions about your goals and dreams and passions. So I know you've opened up a gym.
Yeah.
We talked about opening up multiple locations and maybe having some sort of a franchise set up? I know you have different ideas, but what are some goals in your life that you want to achieve that you haven't achieved yet? What are your dreams? Like, what do you really aspire to do? And it doesn't have to be anything to do with fitness. It can be like whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I definitely want to be.
What are your dreams?
Yeah, outside of fitness, I definitely want to be in the bar business. I want to open a bar. Yeah, I want to open up like a sport bar.
And that's because the social bug you have, basically.
Yeah, I'm a social butterfly.
I know.
You put me any fucking where, and I'm gonna get along with. I don't care the fucking fat, ugly, gay, straight, you name it.
Yeah.
You know, I make friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Because you know, I like to tell people that I'm 6'6", over 300 pounds. There's nothing motherfucker could do to me. Yeah. In college, they say I was 6'7", you know, but you know how that goes. You know what I mean?
Well, what's interesting is one, people are drawn to you because you're shy, they come up to you and want to talk to you. But after that, then your social skills come into effect. You know, when you hang out with this, if you're ever in a bar and you hang out with this guy, you all of a sudden you find yourself within 10 minutes of walking into this place surrounded by people who want just to talk to him, and he wants to talk to everybody.
I'm gonna give you a little joke. So I was just in DR with my girl and her parents.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Diaz.
And, he whispered that. Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Diaz.
No, shout out to Dr. Diaz. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wake Forest, what up? So I'm in DR with her and her parents, and we're there like for 5 days, having a good time, celebrating her birthday, which was like 2 days ago, and her dad's birthday was on the 8th. So we're chilling. You know, like I said, I like to walk around half naked in my speedos. So I'm out there. Yeah. My girl, you see, my girl is a brave chick.
This is in your house?
She doesn't.
Where is this?
In the resort.
In the resort?
Yes.
Remind me to never go on vacation with you. Ever.
My girl, she bought it for me. She was like, babe, you gotta wear this, you know? I'm like,
you
all right, cool.
Looking like Borat on the beach?
Hey, man, it works for me. But anyway, so I'm there. My last night, we're having a good time. I'm sitting down. I'm standing up. She's sitting down. Her mom is sitting down. We talking, you know. A bunch of chicks, like fat white chicks, straight up run up. I mean, I want to take a picture with you. I'm like, I hear you, but I'm not a celebrity. I'm just here with my girl and her parents. No, we have to take a picture with you. You're in great shape. It got to a point where it got really ugly, where I walked on and said, fuck off, and I walked away. Okay. I went to a corner hanging out with some kid that I met at the gym. Yeah. Him and his wife was there. We were talking at the pool, whatever. He had to get super defensive. Like, some kid from Boston used to play baseball. He got super defensive for me because these chicks straight came looking for me.
Thirst. That's thirst right there.
I've got to take a picture with you. I want to go home and show. For what?
So, like you're a fucking...
Yeah, like I'm some kind of trophy. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. So I ended up leaving there.
I'm sorry, I don't usually say the F word.
No, bro.
But that's irritating. It's like, what are you, like an attraction?
Yeah, it was so fucking annoying that homeboy who was total stranger, kid from Boston, great kid too, because I'm saying we chop it up for that. And he stepped in and was like, yo, leave the man alone. He's with his girl. So anyway, I went and hung out with my girl back, and they ended up left, and then we left and went back.
Where are these girls from?
Fucking, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
They're
super disrespectful, man.
They were disrespectful, brother. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying. And, oh, hey, honey, I don't mean no disrespect. I just want to take a picture with you, man. Fuck no.
Anyway.
Fuck do I look like?
Well, we're not going to give him any more
Let's get back
attention.
to something positive. You know? That was...
shout out to the dude from Boston for standing up for
you know what I'm saying?
Shout the little man over here. All right, so your dreams, what was your dream again?
Yeah. Dream. I want to open a bar.
Okay, so
a
that's
sport
your dream.
Bar, yeah.
We're running low on time, so I'm going to speed up a few things.
Yeah.
So you want to open up a bar. Anything else? What inspires you to keep pursuing your dreams? I know because you got that fire in your belly, man. You always motivated.
I like to live. And I have 2 kids. Kaylee, 6'2", volleyball player.
Volleyball star. Shout out to Kaylee.
Number 24, Kaylee Morrison. Shout out to you and my son. And I want to be able to give them whatever they want. You know what I mean?
So your children, your family motivates you.
Yeah, I definitely want to give them more. And also, I have a great girl who's hardworking, doing really well for herself.
Is she's pre-med or now she's going to residency?
No, she's going into residency at Wake Forest, and she's for general surgeon.
And no experience with any racism with this one, right?
No, bro.
What's her background?
Afro-Latino.
Okay.
And her parents loves me.
Why wouldn't they?
It's a different feeling. It's a great feeling, bro. When I say I'm at the happiest I've ever been.
And let me just chime in and say, it's not only because she's Afro-Latino, because
No.
you can have a white girl and have family
totally.
embrace you. You just happen to find
Bro, listen, man.
wrong one.
I damn near grew up in a white neighborhood, bro. I have all my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I get along with people.
Yeah.
So when you meet a couple knuckleheads who feel like they want to have their say about racism, I get it. I mean, I can't stop you from doing that, but you're missing out on the great dude that I am and what I'm going to accomplish in life.
I
you know what
agree. Very true. And you're very giving, which is great. What is your most embarrassing moment? I know you got some.
I'm gonna be short with this. My most embarrassing moment.
Can you hear him? Should he come close to the mic?
I think I alluded to this earlier on. I cheated on my wife. Before she was my wife, I cheated with her with some news anchor abroad, and she was some Nigerian chick with some fake British accent. And after a year and a half of hanging around this chick, I cut her off because she was getting kind of like mouthy with my son's mom at the time, who became my wife.
Oh, yes. I think I know this story. Yeah.
And when I cut her off, she was bombarding me with emails, and so it got really ugly to the point after I pressed charges on her.
Didn't she falsely accuse you of something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sexual assault?
Yes, I touched her in her apartment.
Without consent,
Yeah, without consent. And when it went to court for over like almost 2.5 years, and I stood up, and they kept trying, oh, you take PTI. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not taking PTI.
What's PTI?
Prevent.
So basically, pleading guilty, but at a lesser charge.
Pleading guilty.
But you weren't guilty. So
And I'm saying, no, I'm not doing that. So I took it out 2.5 years. I fired the local lawyer that I had and went to like South Jersey and hired some Italian kid who was fucking monster.
So how did I want to know what transpired that the truth came out?
It got dragged through the court, and they realized that I'm not the average guy who's going to back down. I went in court every day when I go to court in a suit and tie.
But what happened? Like what?
Eventually, they threw the case out because she sent a letter that she was too busy in California. She can't make it to court.
So essentially,
so she accused me of something.
Yeah, that's a serious. I mean, if someone had done that to a woman, that's a very serious thing. Like,
my man.
Yeah.
It could have ruined me.
Yeah.
If I was like a weak person.
Yeah.
You know. But thank God I have a strong family
I would say that's
background.
an embarrassing moment.
Yeah, for me that was the most embarrassing moment. Because
yes.
I was bro, hold up.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my motherfucking office, and the cops showed up there. 7:30 in the morning, but they knew me because I'm a big dude. I'm popular in the neighborhood. I went to school here. They knew me. They walked in there. They sat in my office. I thought they came there to ask a question, and one of the dudes said, "Yo, I came for you, bro." I said, man, I couldn't do well in jail, bro, as big as I am.
Yeah.
And he broke it down to me. They didn't put me in handcuffs or nothing. They just walked me outside. And then, you know, my ex-wife, who was my girlfriend then, she actually came and bailed me out. So, you know, her and I, you know, we are right now.
It sounds like it's more like her family, what she didn't do. Obviously, you must have had a good enough relationship to be together. So
if I said I didn't love her then, I'll be lying.
All right. So we got to run through a few more things. Is there anything about you that you want to share that I haven't asked you yet? We've gone through a lot.
No, I'm good. I'm an open book, man. I like to have fun. I support people who, if you're doing good, I want to support you. Okay. Yeah.
That's a great quality. So now, every interview we end off with a five rapid fire question segment. So I'm going to hit you with some questions. Are you ready to answer whatever comes to mind first?
Let go.
All right. Bodybuilding or basketball?
Bodybuilding.
Really? You choose bodybuilding now?
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite city other than New York City?
I would say Barcelona.
Barcelona. That's a good. That's a good one.
I'd move there.
If you had a choice to be a different height, size, how tall would you be if you could choose? Because I know people approach you all the time. Must be annoying.
You know something? Fuck no.
The audience said 5'7". He said no.
No, actually, bro, you know something? I love my height, man, because I know how to use it well.
Yeah.
Outside of all the nonsense, because to be honest, with all that, some great things come from it. So yeah, there's nothing great come out of life without having some negativity towards it. So I wouldn't change it for a bit.
You wouldn't change? Okay.
No.
If you could choose any profession other than what you currently do, what would you choose?
Real talk, I wanted to be a lawyer when I was in college. You know, that was my idea until my NYU girlfriend at the time. She was a lawyer, and she was in law school, and she basically said, I don't think you can handle this. I'm not sitting there writing a fucking 30-page paper.
So you didn't want to do that?
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not, yeah.
Okay, my last question to you is, what's your favorite food?
I'm Jamaican, man, so I love me some Jamaican food, bro.
So what did you bring? What did you bring me? What did you bring me?
I got some oxtail.
Woo! I love oxtail.
Yeah. Bring them
Good
over
choice.
here. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's see what you got.
Yeah, can I show the camera?
Show
the camera. So which camera I'm using? This one?
This one over here.
Yeah, check this out.
Well, take the plastic cover off.
You gotta take it off. Yeah.
And I'm gonna take this. I'm hungry.
So you know that I should have remembered the name of the place, but they're in Jersey City.
Man, they gave me a spoon and a knife. What was the fork?
Yeah. So we have
I'm gonna grab it with my hands then. So what we got here? Oxtail? Is there a fork in there? Yeah, there we go. I'll steal that. Where's yours? Oh, here, you take it.
So hold up. I have another fork over there.
Yeah, pass the fork. All right.
Yeah.
Mind if I try this?
Yeah, go ahead, try, man.
Oh, this is.
Don't too close. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, I'm telling you. So I want to make sure I'm in the mic because I want the people to know that. So with Jamaican food, they're served Jamaican. They always have veggie in it, like cabbage and carrots, and this have like.
So what's in this one?
Bees and like green peas.
So why is this your favorite?
It's just for me. It's the most as healthy as I am. This is the best for me because it's somewhat steam.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty sure there's another name for it. Maybe not steam, but shit.
Who cares? It's
who
delicious.
cares? It's Jamaican
and I'm
food.
Starving.
It tastes good. So let's eat.
So
brother.
let's eat. But before you stuff your mouth, because I'm about to jump in and eat that as well.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for being part of this interview.
Yes,
I appreciate you talking about yourself, letting them in on your life and your history.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me, and much success to you and your endeavors. And I'm here to support you 100% because you've always supported me.
Thank you, and I'm gonna continue supporting you. And the audience, if you're in Jersey City or in Jersey area, or even if you want to come visit, check out 4 Fitness. It's a great gym. Get a good workout. I worked out with this man. I know it doesn't really look like it, but I worked out with this man. And yo, stop flexing, please. Literally.
Nah, I was
literally flexing. Great dude, great workout. Knows what he's doing. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm hungry. We're going to eat, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace.